need to go and rewrite your constitution. I can't let nobody bully me like that. I refuse. I don't let my family bully me like that. If Joseline says one more thing to me, I might just snap. So I decided to be mature and remove myself. I noticed that Miss Amber walks away and leaves the room. Somebody don't like that I feel that blacks is a little bit cuter than the white ones in the classroom. Then who gonna check me? I was gonna say my racial mind would probably be the fact that I don't fit in white spaces, but I don't fit in black spaces either. To like say something that is not appealing to, like, let's say a black person, I would then be white in that moment. Interesting. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then if I say something that doesn't appeal to a white person, then I'm black in that moment. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You give me so much more black than white, though. Like, she just give me... But what I'm saying is, Josh, like, even what you did earlier by, like, singling me out in class... I didn't single you out. Listen, if you feel like I singled you out, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I consider you a black person like myself. A lot of people do that to me. They're like, okay, she's Spanish, she's not black. Joseline, stop identifying me. Let me identify myself and then let you know what that is. When you say, like, the whiteys and then you turn around and look at me, it's a joke. It was just there. I just seen you. I just turned around and look at that. Stop being so sensitive because you and I are very cool. So for you to... Yeah, but it's not about being sensitive. No, but if you're not, you're not white, though. You're black. My father is white, though. Okay, but to me, your mother's... But that's not about you. It's about me. It is about me when I feel like saying what the fuck I want to say. You can't check me on that. And if you go and check me, then check me. Okay, I checked you. I'm checking you now. But you're not, because I don't give a fuck about how you feel. I don't give a fuck either that, because you don't do anything about you. I'm saying that you a white person. That's it. But it's not about what you consider. That's the whole point. You know what's your problem? Your problem is that you really want to be a white girl.
Up, y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button real quick. This is your girl Bernicia, and we're going to talk about this fight, honey. This fight between Joseline Hernandez and Amber Rose. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, both of these women are currently on a show that's currently being played on BET Plus called College Hill Celebrity Edition. Now, I've never personally got into College Hill like that, but this here makes me want to jump in there, all right? So, you guys watch the clip, so you pretty much get the gist of what I'm about to talk about. Okay, so Joseline, they get started talking about race, and you know, Joseline says something that pisses Amber Rose off. So Amber Rose decides to, you know, walk off and kind of come back. And when she comes back, she kind of explains about how she feels. You know, she basically says that, you know, she's always been, you know, had a struggle with the race situation. She says that she feels that she doesn't belong in either category, black or white. She says that she feels that both sides find a reason to reject her, basically. Right? So Joseline goes on and goes to say that she feels that Amber Rose is a black girl. Amber Rose doesn't consider herself as a black girl. And she says as much to Joseline, which then Joseline says, oh, you're mad because you want to be a white girl. And so from that point on, things went left. So Amber Rose gets up and she attacks Joseline, and then they fight in shoes. Okay. So there's a few things here that I've noticed, okay, and I want to speak about real quick. First thing first, Joseline. First of all, Joseline was out of line, okay? She did somewhat target Amber Rose in the way that she kept on speaking to Amber Rose, saying that, you know, she felt like Amber Rose should consider herself a black girl. Listen, Amber Rose has said herself that she doesn't consider herself a black woman. And not only that, Amber Rose's father is white. Okay, he's Caucasian. And not only is he Caucasian, but her mother is a biracial woman. So Amber Rose technically she probably only have like what, maybe 25%, you know, African American in her anyway. So the fact that she doesn't consider her herself a black woman, you know, it makes sense. But either way, who is Joseline to sit there and just, you know, I guess take offense to the fact that Amber Rose doesn't consider herself a black woman and kind of like attack her. Joseline has no couth, okay, and she clearly was unable to read the room, okay. She didn't, you know, realize that she had, you know, offended, you know, Amber Rose, okay. Clearly she didn't offend it. And then for her to turn around and say, like, you know, you need to stop being so sensitive. You can't tell anybody how to feel, okay. Amber Rose is you know, has been a biracial woman. She have lived that life, and I'm pretty sure, like she said, there's the struggles, you know, both sides. She's not, you know, enough of either race, you know. I'm pretty sure that's a struggle within itself, you know, at times, to not be accepted because you were born with different races, okay, born of different races. So Joseline didn't have any couth, and she was very she wasn't understanding to Amber Rose, okay. So that's, now don't get me wrong, I've always been a fan of Joseline. Okay, I love her. She's ignorant as hell, but I love Joseline. Okay, but with that being said, I applaud Amber Rose for standing up for herself. Okay, because sometimes with people like Joseline is a bully. Okay, so sometimes with bullies, the only way to get them off your back is to deal with them hands up. Okay, so Joseline, I feel like in a sense she felt like she was just going to say what she was going to say to Amber Rose, and that was going to be that. But Amber Rose stood up for herself. Okay, she did not back down on Joseline, and I feel like if she would have, you know, allowed Joseline to handle her like that, Joseline wasn't going to stop. Okay. So that's that. Another thing, this is, you know, I have an issue with the fact that Amber Rose, you know, I don't have an issue with her not considering herself a black woman, but I feel like a lot of times she panders to black people. Okay, you love to dibble and dabble in the black community. Your kids are black, you know. What's the word for it? They use it. They where you're the same thing they accuse the Kardashians of being. How they always trying to be in the black community, but they not black. They always it's a word for it. It'll come back to me, but that's what I feel that Amber Rose does, which is why Joseline said that she considered her black in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But we, you know, you can't, and that's the thing. You can't get out here and perpetuate a lifestyle and act black and try to be in a black scene, but when it matters most, you're not black. Now all of a sudden you're picking a side, like you're not black, but this is what you do. You're out here, you're doing all these things and perpetuating these lifestyles. You out here telling our little black girls that it's okay to be a hoe and a slut, but you don't consider yourself black. I'm sorry. But yeah, I find people like that highly hypocritical, you know. So it is what it is. Either way, the situation was dealt with, and, you know, here's what Joseline had to say about it.
To me, your mother's, but that's not your problem. Your problem is that you really want to be a white girl. Problem is, you really don't even want to be black.
I can't let nobody bully me like that. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely not. I do not consider myself a black woman. Absolutely.
And I do
not.
Somebody try to attack me, and I motherfucking put their motherfucking head through that glass. My other homie called me. He was like, "Bitch, you know the motherfucking the stain from her head is still on there."
Damn.
I was like, "God, niggas ain't wiped this shit down." Fake ass niggas. So I didn't get into too much details, but they try to attack me, hating assholes. Guess what? Bitch, you could never attack the princess, bitch. I stayed on deck.
License. Yeah.
Bitch, how you gonna attack the attacker?
Okay, so that was an interview. That was from an interview that Joseline did with Drink Chimps. Okay, so she went on to say that basically she got expelled she got kicked out of the school. But you know what? Although Amber Rose attacked her, Jocelyn was spewing out a lot of triggering and ignorant things. Okay, she was saying a lot of crazy stuff, like how white people, black people are cuter than white people. I mean, yes, she's entitled to her opinion, but at the same time, she didn't have any couth about the way that she was, speaking her opinion. I'll say that. But anyway, Jocelyn, however, is of Spanish descent, okay? So technically, if you want to look at it, she's not black, okay? She's Spanish. But if you want to go back to history, okay, and what it explain the fact that you have a lot of Spanish people who are dark skinned because of that melanin, they have African descent in their bloodline, okay? Because basically we were picked up off of Africa, but we were dropped off to different parts of the world. So all of us wasn't just shipped to America, okay? We had Africans shipped to Brazil, we had Africans shipped, to different parts of the country, okay? And then those Africans, of course, made it with the natives of the country and so forth and so forth. So if you want to look at it like that, the reason why there's a lot of darker complexion Hispanics and a lot of darker complected people of other nationalities, that color comes from African descent in their bloodline, okay? So technically, if you want to look at it, yeah, we're all black, okay? We were all slaves. We were all, from the boat or what have you, okay? But Jocelyn, for her to, keep speaking on it, and she seemed to be confused herself as to what she really is. It is what it is. And another thing, Amber Rose have yet to really come out and speak on the situation. At this point, I think she just I think she's taking a higher role or whatever. There's no need to, you can't argue with stupid. So I think that's the route that she's going with this whole situation. Either way, guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you guys like this video. And also, let me know who you think won the fight. Because BET Plus refused to air the fight. So we really didn't get to see nothing. We can only go off what Jocelyn said. According to Jocelyn, she just whooped some major ass, okay? So who do you guys think really won that fight? And also, do you guys think that Amber Rose was wrong from hitting Jocelyn? If so, let's get a conversation started. With that being said, I'm out. Deuces!